There have been a lot of skepticism as regards the 2023 presidential ambition of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A lot of people have pointed at his health and age, although some said that he has reduced his age drastically, that he took almost 10 years away or 8 or thereabout from his age so as to fit in. Some people have pointed fingers at his degree, his educational qualification, but people are not worried anyway. If Buhari, who according to what we heard does not have O level, what then can we say about Bola Ahmed Tinubu? This argument discussion came up when he wanted to become governor of Lagos State. And since he was able to, kind of scale through, he was able to sail through, then why are people keep bringing up his educational qualification? If he has a degree or does not. I'm not saying these things are not important. If we have to get it right, we have to make sure we do it right. But about the health of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, like I said, skepticism, worries for people who are in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They might say nothing about this as they are used to people who are not fit for that position. After all, running of Nigeria, from what we know, does not require too much brain work. It doesn't even require the president to be up and doing, intellectually all right. Look at the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired. He does not have that cognitive ability, intellectual ability, not because of old age. He just does not know. And if he is able to be there for 8 years, and the only thing people complain about, the economy is not good, and they said it's as a result of 16 years of PDP, and they say, Buhari, you are practicing nepotism, you don't care about security, you're a tribalistic person. If that is all what it is, it means if all of these things are taken away, Buhari is a good president. So let us look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu now. He has health issues. And of course, it doesn't have to do with age. Anyone can be sick. It doesn't matter your age. Anyone can be sickly. It doesn't matter your age. You can have any type of terminal disease at any stage in your life. But then people cannot take away the fact that being young makes you vibrant. Your cells are still young compared to that of a man who has aged. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and many of them, they are not young people. But in Africa, unfortunately, the older you are, they say the wiser you are. The older you are, the wiser you are. The older you are, the better you are for sensitive position. That is not what and how it's supposed to be. But then we are not going to say it's not the same thing in some countries. Some might quickly point to countries abroad. Look at this. Of course, look at the United States of America. Donald Trump is not a young man. Even the president there, Biden, is not a young man. What does that tell you? It tells you that being president does not matter. The age does not matter at the end of the day, because you have lieutenants around you. They are in form of ministers, special advisors, and all of these people to do what you need to do. But we still know that special advisors and all of these people cannot override the president. All of them will do what the president wants. Now, why am I saying this? It is because there are concerns that have been raised. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after announcing his presidential ambition, left Nigeria and is currently in the United Kingdom, London precisely. Now, he is there, according to the report, for his presidential campaign. And one will wonder, is he campaigning or trying to encourage or trying to pull, and bribe the Nigerians in diaspora abroad to help him for the 2023 presidential election? Well, Tinubu, who spoke through his media aide Tunde Rahman, said he was in London to consult with stakeholders on his 2023 presidential ambition. Who are Tinubu's stakeholders? We know Tinubu lived in the United Kingdom. He went there on asylum, and also he lived in the United States of America too. So probably he has certain people, individuals, friends there that he wants to speak to, and he hope that they will help him. But I think people kind of they're able to read in between the lines. People cannot be fooled again. Anyway, let us see what. Let me read out what was tweeted. Asiwaju Tinubu is engaged in meetings and consultations over his presidential interest. Some of these consultations are holding abroad. So if in the UK at the present, this is why the presidential hopeful has been heavily criticized, like I said, for embarking on the trip barely 3 weeks after he informed Buhari of his ambition to contest for president in an attempt to quell criticism against Tinubu. Rahman said the APC chieftain is expected to be back in the country next week ahead of next year's presidential election. Well, Tinubu had earlier visited some northern states, including Niger and Katsina, to sell his ambition. He also recently met with former military dictator, and you know who he is, June 12, 1993 presidential election, General Ibrahim Babangida, over his plans to be president of Nigeria. Despite his wild consultations, Mr. Tinubu's capacity to be president of Nigeria is being, looked into by the public perception of, one, being corrupt, and recently by his many erratic statements, and also his health. So I don't know what will become of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know if he's going to get that support. But elections are not really what it is. Elections are not necessarily what it is, what we think it is, what we believe it is. Many of them, once they can gather money, huge amount of money, right, left, and center, they just look for political thugs and people to help them achieve their purpose. Once he can get and lobby with the people in the northern part of Nigeria, he believes that he will get what he needs. And the comments that showed all of this, people said Tinubu is practicing how he's going to be another London president, same as Buhari. It worked for Buhari, so he believes that it would work for him. Tinubu is also telling you what kind of London president he would be. If you want Buhari, APC, to continue for another 8 years, just vote Tinubu, Osimba, and Joe. That is what it is. Well, I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this one. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, one cannot talk about other people's health and say, oh, this person, but health is very important also. No one wants a sick president, someone who will get in there and all he does is to visit London every now and then. People have talked about Tinubu's health. Some claim that they use spiritual abilities to look into the health of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and they said he's not good for that position, he's not right for that position, he's going to die before then. If he tries it, he will die. But we know that many pastors, prophets have prophesied. Some have even said this governor will die, and the governor is not dead. He has gone for the second term and he's still there, strong and very okay. And the person that said this governor is going to die is having scandals right, left, and center. So we don't know. We cannot even trust them. We cannot say this is what this pastor said. We have gone past all of this. Any pastor or prophet who sees, he or she knows what he is seeing. But right now, as it stands, is it not that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be running Nigerian presidential campaign in London, and eventually, if given the opportunity, or if he muscles himself there, select himself by bribing, corruption, killing, stealing, and whatever it is that they do, won't he end up running Nigeria from London? But in truth and reality, apart from the corrupt, and of course, very important, corruption is terrible. Corruption gives birth to a lot. Corruption brings killing and many terrible things. When it comes to intellectual ability, compared to Buhari, Tinubu is much more better. But we don't need such. I think we've suffered enough. There are people who grew up and they've never experienced constant electricity, social services, good life in general. This cannot continue.